Do you know that the moments right before you fall asleep are the most powerful for reprogramming your subconscious mind? That's because your brain shifts into a highly suggestible state, making it the perfect gateway to manifestation. Neville Goddard called this technique SATS, state akin to sleep, and mastering it can skyrocket your results. But here's the problem: most people either don't use it correctly or don't use it at all, missing out on one of the fastest ways to manifest their desires. In this video, I'll break down exactly how to enter SATS effortlessly, how to plant your desires into the subconscious, and how to make the process work for you every single time. Stay with me till the very end, because the final step is what separates those who manifest quickly from those who stay stuck. Ready to unlock the power of your subconscious? Let's begin. You've probably heard that getting into this near sleep state is crucial. But what does that even mean? And more importantly, how do you do it? It's not just about lying down and hoping for the best. This is an art. A skill. Something you refine over time until slipping into that deep, trance-like awareness becomes second nature. First things first, relax. Not in the casual, I'll just lean back and close my eyes kind of way. No, you need to dissolve tension from your body like ink spreading through water. Every muscle, every thought, every lingering worry, gone. Imagine your body melting, sinking, unraveling into stillness. Don't force it. Just let go. Your mind, though? That's where things get interesting. It's not about emptying your thoughts like some blank slate. It's more like a gentle unwinding, a transition from the tight grip of daily life into something looser, softer, more fluid. You're stepping away from the structured, logical thinking of the waking world and slipping into something dreamlike. A liminal space. That delicate bridge between wakefulness and sleep where imagination reigns supreme. Now, how do you get there? You need a trigger, a ritual, if you will. Maybe you lie down in a dark room. Maybe you sit in a chair, body loose but not slumped, eyes closed, breath slowing. Inhale, exhale. Let each breath pull you deeper, like waves rolling in and out, rhythmic, effortless. You're not trying to make anything happen. You're just being. At some point, you'll feel a shift. It's subtle at first, like the sensation of floating, or of time stretching and bending. Your body becomes heavy, or maybe it vanishes altogether. It's that strange, in-between space where your awareness remains, but your grip on reality softens. This is where the magic begins. But here's the key: you don't want to fall asleep. Not yet. That's the challenge, the tightrope walk between full consciousness and unconscious surrender. If your mind is racing, you're too awake. If you're slipping into a dream, you've gone too far. The sweet spot? It's when your body is asleep, but your awareness lingers like a candle flickering in the dark. There's no rush. No rigid structure. Just a gradual descent, a surrender to stillness. And when you get there, when you find that perfect balance, you're in the most powerful state for planting new beliefs, for shaping your reality from the inside out. SATS isn't just relaxation. It's a doorway. Step through it with intention, and the world rearranges itself around you. Alright, let's talk about the heart of Neville Goddard's SATS, the moment where you shape reality with nothing but your mind. This is where the rubber meets the road. You're not just daydreaming. You're stepping inside your desire, making it so real that your subconscious can't tell the difference between what's imagined and what's actually happening. But here's the thing, most people get this part wrong. They overcomplicate it, they second-guess themselves, or they try to force the scene instead of feeling it. That's not what we're doing here. We're crafting a moment, a tiny slice of reality that proves your wish is already yours. It's not about building some epic movie in your head. You don't need a full-length script, dramatic music, or perfectly choreographed movements. You just need a snapshot, one powerful, emotionally charged moment that implies everything you want is already done. Now, let's make it real. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Sink into that space where thought starts to feel like reality. Don't rush. Let everything around you fade into the background. The outside world doesn't exist right now, only this moment in your mind. And then, the scene appears. Not as a vague wish, not as something in progress, but as a certainty. It's already yours. It's happening now. What do you see? No, scratch that. What do you feel? This isn't just a mental picture, it's a visceral experience. The temperature of the air. The subtle sense around you. The textures beneath your fingertips. The sound of someone's voice. The quiet hum of existence wrapping around you like a second skin. Everything feels sharp, alive, tangible. The key here isn't complexity, it's immersion. Your subconscious doesn't respond to logic, it responds to feeling. If you want to make this real, you have to be there. Completely. And don't just observe, participate. If there's a door, reach out and touch it. If someone's talking to you, hear their words, respond to them. If you're holding something, feel the weight of it in your hands. This isn't a passive experience. You're not watching a screen, you're inside the moment. And most importantly, feel the relief. The joy. The unshakable knowing that this is real. That you have what you wanted, and it's as natural as the air you breathe. No doubt, no hesitation. Just certainty. Linger in it. Absorb it. Let it saturate your being. Then, when you've soaked up every last drop of that experience, gently let it fade. You don't need to force it. You don't need to make anything happen. You've planted the seed. The work is done. And when you open your eyes, walk as if the world has already shifted. Because, in ways you can't yet see, it has. Alright, here's where the magic really happens. The secret sauce. The part that takes your SATS practice from just visualizing to actually living in the reality of your desire. You see, it's not enough to simply imagine a scene. You have to feel it, not as a fleeting emotion, but as an all-consuming, undeniable certainty. It needs to sink into your bones, wrap around you like a second skin, and become the very air you breathe. But here's the challenge, most people try to force emotions. They think, okay, I should feel happy now, and then they sit there, frustrated, because it doesn't feel real. That's not how this works. You don't push emotions into existence. You allow them. You invite them in, like a warm current pulling you deeper into the experience. So, how do you do it? First, let go of the idea that you need to try to feel something. You're not performing. You're not faking it. You're simply tuning into the version of you that already exists, the one who is what they desire. Imagine slipping into their skin, seeing through their eyes, breathing in their reality. What does that feel like? Not in a vague, intellectual way. No surface level, oh, that would be nice. No. You need to drown in it. Fully. Completely. As if you were dropped into an ocean of your wish fulfilled, and the only thing left to do is surrender to the current. And here's where things get interesting, your body doesn't know the difference between real and imagined experiences. If you immerse yourself deeply enough, your nervous system will respond as if it's actually happening. Your heart rate might change. Your breathing might shift. A smile might tug at your lips, unprompted. That's how you know you're doing it right. You're not thinking about the feeling, you're being inside it. Now, don't overcomplicate this. You don't need fireworks of euphoria. You don't need to be overwhelmed with excitement. In fact, for many, the dominant emotion isn't even extreme joy, it's relief. A deep, soul-level exhale. like finally dropping a heavy weight you didn't even realize you were carrying. It's the feeling of course. Of this is normal. Of this is mine, and it has always been mine. So sit in it. Let it wash over you. Let it settle into your cells until there's no separation between you and this state of being. Until the thought of not having it feels distant, foreign, even ridiculous. And then, let it go. Not with desperation. Not with attachment. Just with trust. Because once you've felt it so deeply that it becomes real inside you, reality has no choice but to catch up. Alright, so you've crafted your scene. You've felt it, really felt it. Now comes the part most people overlook, repetition. You don't just imagine it once and call it a day. No, you soak yourself in it again and again until your subconscious has no choice but to accept it as truth. Think of your subconscious mind like soft clay. One press won't leave a lasting mark. But keep pressing, over and over, and eventually, the impression becomes permanent. That's what you're doing with this scene. You're etching it so deeply into your inner world that reality has no choice but to conform. Now, let's get one thing straight. This isn't about mindlessly looping the same scene like a broken record. You're not just watching it like a dull rerun. You're experiencing it each time, diving into it like it's happening for the first time. Each repetition should feel alive. Fresh. Electric. And here's where things get interesting. You don't have to force anything. In fact, the more relaxed you are, the more effective this becomes. You're not battling with your mind. You're simply allowing the scene to unfold, again and again, until it becomes second nature. Until it feels like a memory instead of a wish. At first, your conscious mind might resist. This isn't real. Why am I doing this? Is this even working? Ignore that noise. Your job isn't to convince your logical brain. It's to bypass it. To slip under its guard and drop this scene directly into the fertile soil of your subconscious. And the way you do that? Repetition. Emotion. Certainty. Every time you replay the scene, let it deepen. Let the details become richer. Feel the textures, hear the sounds, breathe in the air of that reality. Maybe the first few times it feels faint, distant. That's fine. Keep going. Soon, it sharpens. The colors get brighter. The sensations get stronger. And then something strange happens, something effortless. You're no longer trying. The scene plays itself. It bubbles up unprompted, slipping into your mind during the quiet moments of your day. That's when you know you're on the right track. Because when your subconscious accepts it as real, reality bends to match it. Always. So, go ahead. Rehearse. Immerse. Repeat. Until it's no longer just a scene, but a fact. Alright, here's where most people mess things up. They do everything right, relax deeply, visualize vividly, feel the emotions, repeat the scene, but then they hold on too tightly. They grip the process with white-knuckled intensity, as if sheer mental effort will force reality to obey. But that's not how this works. Neville Goddard made it clear, once you've impressed your subconscious, your job is done. You don't need to obsess over when, where, or how it will happen. You don't need to constantly check if it's working. In fact, the more you try to make it happen, the more you tell your subconscious that you don't actually believe it's already done. And that's the problem. You're either dwelling in the state of the wish fulfilled, or you're dwelling in doubt. You can't do both at the same time. So, what do you do instead? You let go. You trust. You stop treating manifestation like a puzzle to be solved and start treating it like gravity, an unseen force that works whether you believe in it or not. Think about it. When you plant a seed, do you stand over the soil, demanding that it grow faster? No. You plant it, water it, and walk away. You trust the process. The same rule applies here. Once you've played your scene, once you've saturated yourself in the feeling, you step back. You move through your day as if it's already yours, without the constant need to micromanage reality. Now, I get it, letting go isn't easy. The mind loves to overthink, analyze, question. What if it doesn't work? What if I'm doing it wrong? Should I visualize more? That kind of thinking? It's like digging up the seed to check if it's sprouting. Stop. Your only job now is to assume it's done. Not with desperate hope, but with quiet confidence. Like an artist who has already painted their masterpiece in their mind, long before the brush touches the canvas. At this stage, trust is everything. If the desire has been accepted by your subconscious, it will find a way to express itself in your reality. That's not your concern. Your concern is living from the end, embodying the feeling of already having it, and moving forward with faith. Not forced faith. Not fake it till you make it faith. Real, unshakable knowing. And when you do this, when you truly let go, trust, and live as if, that's when things start shifting effortlessly. SATS is your direct gateway to manifestation. When you master this state, you unlock unlimited potential. Neville Goddard taught that the key is relaxation, vivid imagination, and unwavering belief. The more you practice, the faster your desires take shape in reality. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into Neville's teachings. And let me know in the comments, have you tried SATS before? What results have you seen? Keep practicing, stay persistent, and soon, your imagined world will become your lived reality. See you in the next one.